Box, some new stuff. You can hear the tank gargling away in the background. Gotta have a ton of card. Respect carbon. And good old row of Foss. When you see the update, you realise the importance of these. Not that they're not important anyway, things like this you should just always have, you know, sort of, whether you use, you know, phosphate remover or not, like this granular stuff. I don't think it is to just always have a box, even if you have like a small tub just on standby, just because you don't know. Finally, time to upgrade my damn dosers. Got a decent one in. Right, I've got to be honest, the first thing I've noticed about this box is that it's obviously been dropped pretty good, so there's a massive dent in the side there. So I'll be gutted if this is knackered. It's not a fault of the doser, obviously. Let's have a look in here. Unsealed box. Standard stuff. The unit itself looks pretty well packaged. Little plug thing. This is good actually, you know, unlike most dosers, for those of you who don't know, when you buy a doser they don't actually tend to come with a lot of this sort of stuff, like these little, I don't know if you can see it, I'll get it out of the box, these little like tube holders that you attach to the side of the tank like that, and then pipes go in here. A lot of the times you'd have to go out and buy these separately, so I mean, that's pretty good going. They'll give you that little bit of acrylic for nothing. Bunch of tubing included. 10mm vial to get your calibration going. Another little adapter, you know, America or Europe or whatever, whoever uses it. Plug. I love getting a plug with my stuff. Can you imagine unboxing all this stuff and you didn't have a plug? You'd be fuming, wouldn't you? And the unit itself. Let's get this out of the way. So this is the DD H2Ocean Dosing Pump Pro Wi-Fi job lot. This professional pump for a decent price. This model is £300 thereabouts, give or take 5p, which, you know, what's 5p? So 300 quid. And this model is the standard version. I think that's going about 250. So I mean, in all fairness, the way I look at it, for an extra 50 quid you get a proper, you know, I personally I wanted to go the extra 50 quid and get the proper and get all these little fancy colours and stuff. I love stuff like that. And straight out of the box, I've got to be honest with you, this feels like a little brick, man. Like, it feels really well made, it feels heavy, it's just solid metal. That's why I kind of like, if you notice, I've left it on the box. That's not me like advertising or nothing. That's me being scared of my nice expensive oak table. I feel like if I drop this, the unit wouldn't break, but it'd fuck my table up. So I'll try to keep it on there. Well packaged, feels really well designed. I can't find any faults at the minute, and if you know me by now, I do pick faults with stuff. You know, zero bullshit. If I find a problem, you'll know. But this feels really good, man. It's like, size doesn't matter to me so much, like, whatever, but this thing is small. It has got a very small form factor. Like, did my hand, I don't think my hands are tiny, like, but, you know, anyone's hand, if you put it next to a normal doser, it's going to be a lot bigger than this. Especially some of the, what they'd call, like, the more professional models and stuff like that. If you go out, you own one yourself or whatever, you'll see that they're bloody big things. Like, they're not small. Like, you got even the what's it called? Who are them guys who do everything in orange and grey? They're big in America. I can't think of their names. God damn it! They do that doser anyway, and it's only got the two, and it's probably like you know, incredibly good and everything like that. But look at the size of it. If you ever see one in real life, it's a fucking big thing, man. And it's just got the 2 doses. This is this tiny little thing, 4 doses. So like I said before, it doesn't actually matter to me the size. But if you're one of these that's got maybe a nano or some shit, or you've got like seriously low amount of space, this thing is like, that ain't taking up no space whatsoever. I don't, you know, just tiny little thing. So we've got D&D, H2Ocean have come together to make the P4 Pro dosing pump and the P4 dosing pump. That's a professional standard doser, high grade doser, for a non-bullshit price. That's 4, as you can see, it's got 4 dosing heads in front of you. I'm sure if you got it, you know, if you needed 8 or however many, I'm sure they're all linked together, no problem. They're both Wi-Fi controllable, so you can do what you need to do. It's extremely compact, as I've said. DD and Kimoa are both very reputable companies. They're very well known. They've both been around for a long time, so they've both stood the test of time. They've both released a bunch of products together, and they're both very well known. You know, all over the place, not just UK or, you know, wherever. As you know, or you may know, that Kimoa are a company that got a good reputation for manufacturing medical grade stuff. So I mean, it's, the quality shouldn't be fucking around. You can control all this on your Android and your iOS. And on the Pro model, you've got your, like I said before, for the extra 50 quid, and you get the 4 geared direct drive DC motors on there. So your accuracy, your provisional, all that sort of stuff is going to be so much greater. I mean, I'm not saying don't go and get the 250 model if you know, you're maybe not so strict. But as I said, for me, it was a no-brainer just for an extra 50 quid. And your volume's 0.1 mil to 9.999 mil, or whatever, you know, a litre. As I've said as well, it'll be in Wi-Fi, it'll update itself to keep its software in good nick. It does have battery backup, so you don't need to worry there. It has a flow rate calibration for each pump. The accuracy also, by the way, give or take 0.5%. I think it's 0.2 to 0.5%, which is ridiculously low. And I think the standard P4 is something like, give or take 2%, which is still good. I mean, especially compared to that piece of shit I've got running. I thought, what's that fucking thing I've got? It's probably about a litre percent. You got your 1 to 24 hour dosing times per day. Sorry, 1 to 24 dosing times per day. You decide start, stop dosing period per day. It ain't got to be your 24 hours. You can have, you know, 12 to 6 or whatever you decide. You can create all that shit. Whether it's between, you know, daily, which is your standards for your alcohol, that's likely to be daily, or several times a day, or whatever you do you. But like, you might have other things. You might be, say, I want to dose this element, that's just once a week. Do you know what I mean? So you can decide all of that stuff. So obviously, you know, that's auto, custom and manual dosing option. There's an anti-interface delay between pumps. And also, if you tell it what you've got, like say for instance, if you were to put this doser on a storage container that holds a litre, and you tell it that, and that's what you calibrated to or whatever, that's your start point or whatever. When you get to, I'm sure you decide when it warns you, but if you get to like where you've got 50 mil left and you want to get that shit replaced within, you know, the next couple of days or whatever, you want to get your gear together, you can, this will tell you basically. so it knows how much of your solution it's used. I think that's really cool. You're getting a lot of these systems now with all kinds of alarms and stuff, which is, you know, all well and good. Any kind of redundancy is good, unless you're losing your job. But this is like, if it just knows where it's at, I think that's just another little perk, another little fail-safe for these systems. And like, if you're anything like me with that sort of stuff, where you'll see that it's basically empty and go, oh shit, I need to make an order, and you, on top of that, you live in the middle of nowhere and you gotta do everything online, so you might be waiting a week or some shit for your stuff to arrive. It's one of them. I'm really happy with this at the minute. I think it looks the part. It looks real good on paper. I'm not going to say it is the best pump going or anything like that just yet. Obviously I want to use it and see how time goes. Basically, I want to see what it how it all turns out for us. I don't just want to say this and that. So that's just down to time. You know, in a year's time, see if I'm saying this is the best pump going. But like I say, looking at it, I don't see there likely to be any problems. D&D, H2Ocean, P4 Pro. I think this is going to be the dog's bollocks. I personally can't wait to get that piece of shit J-Boa pump out of there. What a car crash. See you next time, guys. I'll get a update on the tank ASAP. See you later. Like, comment and subscribe. Keep it wet.